Alright guys, Spliffy here. Welcome back. Today, let's talk about the SriCam SP017 camera. When I was a kid, I haven't really paid much attention to security cameras. I just thought those kind of stuff are only for the rich. And yeah, those things are quite expensive in the old days. As I grew older, I realized that having these enables me to have better sleep each night. It's not about protecting my wealth, since I don't have that much. It's about watching over and protecting my loved ones without me being physically there. But before I get into things, I would be very grateful if you like and subscribe if you still haven't yet. Share this with your friends or families if you find this video useful. It would be very helpful to the channel. Thank you. And with that out of the way, let's unbox, test, and review the SriCam SP017 camera. Let's do this. This is my new SriCam SP017 camera. I bought it directly from the official SriCam store at Shopee. They sold them by piece or by set. I bought a set of 2, giving me almost 100 peso discount. The SP017 is a plug-and-play pan-tilt zoom camera capable of transmitting two-way audio, motion detection, night vision, and TF card recording. It offers wired or Wi-Fi 2.5 GHz connectivity, which enables it to be controlled anywhere in the world through the internet. First to come out, the manual. Next, a power brick and USB micro to USB-A cable. Then, the camera mount, screw stocks and reset pin. Finally, the SriCam SP017 camera. The camera is equipped with a wide-angle 3MP lens capable of resolutions up to 360p to 1296p. It has 13 infrared illuminators for night vision and motion detect with human tracking. At the camera's back from left to right, factory reset pinhole, LAN port, Wi-Fi antenna, micro SD card slot, and micro USB port. At the bottom, we have the ID and default password, and a mounting hole in case you want to use the wall mount. I also bought a SriCam micro SD memory card for this. Any brand will do. U1 speed or above is recommended. The camera can still be used without an SD card. You can use your phone for on-demand recording or use a Srihome PC software to use a PC as a server for storage. Now let's turn it on. The power on sequence took a few seconds longer than my previous models of the camera. It will sound a chime to say everything is loaded. It will also rotate and tilt to test if the camera's pan and tilt is not obstructed. Then a steady beep to indicate that the camera is not paired yet. To configure the camera, we need to download a mobile app called SriHome. If you have experienced configuring SriCams before, The old models used the app called SriCam. Newer models like this won't work with the old app and vice versa. Srihome App needs a valid login to enter. Be sure to register using a valid email. You'll need it to retrieve your password just in case. Now let's add our camera by tapping the plus icon. The ID and password is at the sticker at the bottom. You can scan the QR to skip manual input. Then we connect to the Wi-Fi. Next is a screen with a big QR code. You need to scan it with the SriCam's SP017 camera. The camera's lens should be 10 to 30 centimeters away from the QR code to be able to read it. After the successful scanning, you need to name the camera. Then input the default password, which is at the bottom of the camera. Let's talk about the UI details later. For now, time to check if the camera is working. Yay, it works! The user interface is easy to understand despite of it being feature-packed. Each camera is easily identifiable, having a thumbnail from the last viewed scene. The green light indicates an online camera, red for offline. The burger menu shows mostly account-related info. You may log out through this icon. The scanned QR code lets you add another camera using QR. This icon is a toggle between grid view and multi-view screen. The latter enables to split screen two or more cameras into one screen. This one lets you add another camera through manual input or QR. The edit icon enables you to rename the camera. This is the playback icon. Nothing to see here for now. Let's return to this feature later. The gear icon is for the settings menu. The settings menu can look different for different types of users. We have 3 actually, or 4 if you include anonymous users. I'll talk about more of it on the visitors management page. Time settings is for date and time as well as the time zone. Video settings is for privacy zone as well as video standard format. Alarm settings is for the push notifications and motion detection. Record settings enables us to manage the memory card, choose between 24/7 or alarm recording and recording mode. To save space, I recommend alarm recording, which records only when motion is detected, and setting the quality to SD if you have lower capacity memory card. Network settings enables us to view network information as well as to choose the Wi-Fi to connect to. Security settings to modify the camera's default password. Visitor management is to add users to the camera. We have 3 types of official users: the owner, operator, and guest, and also users that are not included in the visitors list. Each type has different access rights to the camera. This is an added security compared to the old SriCam models. This time, even if you know the camera's ID and password, you won't be able to view it unless the owner listed you as one of the visitors. Device reboot does the literal meaning. Device update enables us to update the camera to the latest firmware. Here's what it looks like when I added the second SP017 camera and another 4-channel SriCam NVR set that I will also review soon. They all fit nicely into the grid. Tapping a camera will open the camera's interface. You can swipe to the screen to use the pan and tilt feature. Tapping the arrow keys does the same. You can hold the mic icon to say something to the one facing the camera. Let's talk about the bottom icons. First, the full screen mode. With this mode on, you can pinch to zoom in or out of the video. Other important information shown here are the number of users viewing the camera and the timestamp of the feed. Both are non-removable. Again, hold the microphone icon to speak to the other person or dog facing the camera. This icon is used to flip the camera position. This icon is for choosing a viewing resolution. Because of the latency, I don't recommend using higher resolution if you are using Wi-Fi mode. This icon is used for on-demand video recording using phone as a storage. This one takes still snapshots also using phone as storage. Lastly, the mute icon. That is if you don't want to hear any of the streams. Going back to the playback icon, we can see different recordings captured by the camera. I've set it to capture only when it detected motion to save storage space on my card. The local as well as the snapshots tabs are for the on-demand videos and pictures we captured. And that's a Srihome app. Like the old SriCam models that have the SriCam Central Management System or CMS, the newer models also have the Srihome CMS/VMS or Video Management System. If you are satisfied with your phone's app, no need to use this one. However, some people, especially on the corporate side, prefer using servers to record things. So here you go. The website is kinda quirky. Clicking won't activate the download. You need to open it in a new window. Their server is also kinda slow. Just be patient with this one. The default credential is admin. You can change it later. This is a Srihome Video Management System. Let's check out the live view. As expected, nothing to see here. The device manager enables us to add cameras. Make sure your cameras and PC are connected on the same network. Click IPv4 search to look for cameras. It detected my two SP017 cameras. Next is to select the ones you want to add and click the add button. Both cameras are now connected and online. In the Live View tab, we can now see that both cameras are available under the default group. To view a camera, Click a quadrant and double-click a camera represented by their IP on the right side. Double-clicking a camera will open them individually. Ew, I haven't cleaned it in a while. Here, you have the option to view the camera up to 64 cameras in one screen. Here, you can use the camera features from the mobile app. You can also adjust the camera's video colors. This feature is not available on the mobile app. The playback icon opens the list of recorded footages, but guess what? Nothing's here. It can't see the recordings from my memory card. This is because the Srihome VMS recording storage uses the PTZ storage itself. You can use terabytes of free space to store your HD videos if you choose this option. There are also a lot of other options intended for PC/server users and not for average users. If you have specific questions about this, let me know in the comments. For now, I'm quite satisfied with my new CCTV camera having a PC software. Now I can view my cameras even without my phone around. Firstly, I love the 3MP 3.6mm wide-angle lens they use. It is a much better upgrade from my old SriCam models. It is a PTZ camera with a 355 degrees pan and 90 degrees tilt. It also has a human tracking feature. It may not be that accurate and can sometimes be laggy, especially when using wireless. But yeah, it's there. It has a wide range of resolution from 360p to 1296p. Just mind your storage though, and in live view it can be quite slow with HD, especially on wireless mode. Speaking of, it can utilize both wireless or wired connection. If your cam is near your router or switch, might as well use wired mode for a more stable connection. It has a mobile app and a PC software. I'm using the mobile app all the time. I only found out about the PC software when I'm making this video, but well, if you need it, there you go. It supports up to 128 gigs of micro SD and can also utilize phone storage if you need an on-demand snapshot or video recording. PC storage can also be used using the Srihome PC software. And also you have the option to record only when something moves. And that's a very good feature if you want to save storage space. And then the design. It is a much better design than the previous SriCam models. Then the security. My experience with the old SriCam models, you can log into some random people's camera if you know the camera ID and password. And yeah, most people don't change the default password. With this model, you need to first give permission to anyone in order to view the camera. And that's good. The only bad thing I can think about this camera is if you have older SriCam cameras that needs the old SriCam app, this is not compatible with that software. Also, the old cameras are not compatible with the new Srihome software. I have the old models and the Srihome won't allow me to register them and vice versa. This is such a drag really. But I just have to live with opening two apps and switching between them to view all my cameras. I also have a few minor nitpicks. They're actually not that bad, but just annoying. First, this is not a waterproof camera. This camera is intended to be indoors only. As I've said earlier, using wireless mode can sometimes be laggy. So you better lower down your viewing resolution or just use wired mode. Human tracking isn't that accurate or has late response, especially with wireless connection. And that's my take on the SriCam SP017 camera. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, see you on the next one. Stay safe and jobless.